Hello and welcome to this video course on CrewAI brought to you by techlatest.net. In the previous module, we have explored what CrewAI is and how it works, an overview of CrewAI Studio and Jupyter Hub. Their core components and key features, all those things are covered in our previous videos. At techlatest.net, we offer a ready-to-use virtual machine solution that includes the full CrewAI platform, CrewAI Studio, Jupyter Hub, and all that with NVIDIA GPU support. So this all-in-one solution is available on most cloud platforms, including Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, GCP, and Amazon Web Services (AWS). In this video, we will walk you through how to deploy the AI agents using CrewAI Studio and Jupyter with GPU support virtual machine on GCP platform. And once the VM is up and running, how to access and use the bundled tools and applications. Just a quick note: if you prefer to deploy this solution on Azure or AWS, feel free to skip ahead to the respective video. So to deploy this solution, navigate to our website www.techlatest.net. Click on products and support page. Here we have all our products available under different categories. So for CrewAI, go to artificial intelligence and machine learning category and select this CrewAI project available here. So you can directly click on launch now on GCP button to deploy this instance from the GCP marketplace. Alternatively, we have this GCP deployment guide, uh, which covers step-by-step instructions on how to deploy and connect to this virtual machine solution from GCP marketplace. Okay, so you can refer to this deployment guide as well. In this guide, we have the link to go to the marketplace listing of this virtual machine solution. So you can click on this and it will take you to the same page. Okay. So here I'm on GCP marketplace. You can read more about this product, about its pricing, default deployment instance, disk size, and all. Here also we have this getting started guide, which just I showed you, the GCP deployment guide. Then we have this promo video here. You can watch this promo video as well. To deploy this solution, select your project from the project drop down. So let's select my project here. If you're not logged into your GCP marketplace, then simply provide your credentials and log in it. Now I changed my project here before deployment. Now click on launch. So if you are deploying this product first time, it will ask you for this. It will check for the APIs enabled or not, whatever the required APIs are there. If those APIs are not enabled for your account, then it will ask you to do this. You can simply click on enable button and it will enable those APIs for you. And you need to agree to this agreement here. Okay, if you are doing this first time, then it will ask you to agree to the terms and agreements. Okay, so simply need to click on agree, and after that it will take you to this page and you need to click on the deploy. Okay, all right. I have deployed this instance before as well, that's why I'm not getting that agreement page here. Now give a name to your instance. So in my case, I'm simply writing CrewAI VM. Then you need to select your deployment service account here. So what it is, it's a service account used to deploy this instance in this particular project which you selected. Okay, so suppose for some reason if you are not able to see your service account here, you can click on new and you can then create the new one here. Okay, but suppose if you are getting any permission error here, like if you don't have permission to add the new account, then in that case, you need to reach out to your GCP administrator, whoever is responsible for this task, you need to ask them. So for this, we have this guide available, step by step guide to create GCP service account. You can check out this guide. Okay, so here it's showing you how to add this particular roles for your service account to deploy the instances from the GCP marketplace. Okay, so in my case, I already have my service account, so I'm using existing one. Now here you can check all the pricing and everything. Once you can then select for zone. So go with whatever zone you want to deploy, you can select it from the drop down. So I'm going with default, which is US Central 1. C. Then machine type. Now the interesting thing here is like CrewAI offer is also available with GPU support. So suppose if you want to deploy this instance with GPU instance, so simply click on GPU and it will show you this NVIDIA T4 because this only supports NVIDIA T4 type of GPU. So only one option is available under this drop down. Select that one. Select the number of GPUs. I'll go with one, and then you need to select the machine type. Okay. Now this GPU instances all on in this particular region, US Central 1 said this GPU instance is only available with the N1 standard family. Okay. So I'm not getting other options here. And in case if you want to deploy this instance only with the CPU, you don't want GPU instance right now. So you can simply select any other family here because other families are also available for CPU versions. So you can go with E2, N2, N2D. Okay. And you can also change the configuration. Okay. So for this demo purpose, I will go with N1 standard 2, which is the default one. Machine type given here. You can check the operating system is Ubuntu 24.04 LTS used for this virtual machine solution. Then we have boot disk, which is by default is 50 GB, but if you want to increase, you can provide it more here. Okay, like if you want to make it 100 GB, you can do that. Now for network interfaces, I will select the default one here. I'll go with the default, and then these four ports are uh, from publisher, these four ports are open. So you need to provide either the IP range you can give it here, like from which systems you want to connect, that IP range you can provide, or simply if you're not sure what to give, you can simply give this. Okay. So this is like TCP port for 22. It will be available for SSH terminal. Then we have 3389 for RDP connectivity, remote desktop. Then we have HTTP and HTTPS for our Jupyter Hub and CrewAI Studio web interfaces. Okay, once you are done with this setting, you can simply click on deploy. So deployment is in progress. You need to wait for a few seconds here. Once your deployment is ready, you will get the successful message here. So here you can see it got successfully deployed and status is like all created. Okay, so simply click on this resource name and it will take you to the virtual machine detail page. Okay, so here we have all the details about this virtual machine solution. This is the public IP of the virtual machine, which will be needed to connect to various application bundled in the solution. Then this is the boot disk, which is of 50 GB. Then all other informations are available on this page. This is VM's details page or overview page, you can say. Now to connect to SSH terminal, simply you need to click on this SSH button here. You will It will take you to the browser-based SSH terminal. Wait for few seconds here. This is my SSH terminal. You need to switch to Ubuntu user using this sudo su Ubuntu command, and then simply navigate to cd home Ubuntu folder. So this is your default user home directory. All right. Now, first of all, we need to set the password of this Ubuntu user. For that, we need to run sudo password Ubuntu command. Provide the password of your choice. Confirm it. One more time. Let's try one more time. Yeah, now it's updated successfully. If we want to check what is the status of our other applications, we can simply check the logs, Cloud Init output logs. So, like, yeah, we can see the SSL certificate got created and starting Jupyter Hub CrewAI Studio, all the applications are running. Okay, now next step we will see how to connect to the RDP session. For that, I need to copy this external IP of this virtual machine. Okay, so copy the external IP. Open the RDP. Just search the remote desktop connection if you are connecting via the Windows machine. But if you are working on Linux, then for that you need to use Remina. Okay, so provide Ubuntu user here and password of this user. Click OK. Now this is how we connect to the RDP session of this virtual machine. Now to access the Jupyter Hub in the same way, we need to copy the public IP of the VM. Now open new tab and simply paste it. Okay, the browser will show you the security warning. In this case, just click on Advanced and accept the risk and continue. The warning is due to the self-send certificates. If you are having valid SSL certificate with you, you can provide those certificates on this virtual machine, and that warning message will be gone. Okay, provide the username. This Jupyter Hub is actually configured with Ubuntu user, same system user uh, as the admin user for this Jupyter Hub. So you need to provide the same user credentials here. Login, and now the server is spawning. Now the server spawns successfully, but sometimes if you get server error, like within 30 seconds, if it did not spawn correctly, then in that case you need to go to Hub Control panel and go to Home tab. And here, now my server is running, that's why I'm not getting that option here. But you will get the Start My Server option if your server is not started correctly at the first login. Okay, so you can do that from here. Now, this is my Jupyter lab page. I want to change the theme and let's dark theme. These are the files and folders from my virtual machine. Here under setup folder, we have all these Jupyter Hub configuration files which are needed to start this Jupyter lab. Okay, and then we have this Jupyter virtual machine. Virtual environment, not virtual machine, virtual environment, Python virtual environment created on this virtual machine, which is holding all the CrewAI and Jupyter packages and all the files and folders. Okay. Apart from that, we have this CrewAI Studio. This is like CrewAI Studio files and folders, setup files. Okay. So all the setup files are available under this setup folder. All right. Now, regarding this Jupyter Hub, its key features is we have this AI Jupyter AI chat available, and like multi-user environment. All these features of Jupyter Hub are covered in our previous video. So if you want to find out more detail, please check out this video from the playlist. We are not going to uh, we are not going to cover any details about Jupyter Hub here in this video. This is simply the deployment guide. So we will just see how to access all these applications once your virtual machine is deployed from the marketplace. All right. So now this is Jupyter Hub. Next we have CrewAI Studio. For that also we need this public IP of the virtual machine. Now go back to new tab, and in new tab copy paste the public IP, and after that we need to provide slash CrewAI hyphen studio to access the CrewAI Studio web interface. Okay, so your Jupyter lab is available with the public IP of the VM, but for your CrewAI Studio, you need to provide public IP slash CrewAI Studio URL in your local browser. Okay, so this interface is getting loaded. We need to wait for a few seconds here. Yeah. So this is the CrewAI Studio. This is the alternative graphical user interface for CrewAI framework. CrewAI framework is like we have to run it via the command line. But if someone is not habitual of command line, and if they don't want to access it, so for that we have this CrewAI Studio alternative. We also covered a separate video on this where we covered all these crews, tools, agents, all these buttons, all these pages here. So please go and check that video. So various advantages of CrewAI we have. In that video we already covered. So that's it for this video. We covered how to launch the instance from GCP Marketplace. We covered how to connect to Putty for SSH terminal, RDP, and then Jupyter Lab, and then CrewAI Studio. Apart from this, if you want to go through this guide, here also we have all these steps covered in great detail. So you can check out this guide as well. And if you go back to the overview page of this offer, here we have like Jupyter Hub User Guide, CrewAI Quick Start Guide, and CrewAI Studio Quick Start Guide. So you can check out these guides as well if you want to learn more about how to access these pages. Okay, in this Jupyter Hub user guide, we have covered how to set up the multi-user environment, then how you can install additional packages from within the Jupyter Hub. Okay, and in our CrewAI Quick Start Guide, we have covered how you can access CrewAI framework from the terminal, from the SSH terminal of this instance, like this. Okay, so you can create the CrewAI project from the SSH terminal which is connected via PuTTY. Okay, so same CrewAI example you can run from the Jupyter notebook as well. Okay, and lastly we have this CrewAI Studio Quick Start. So here we have Studio Guides. Okay, you need to set the environment where you will be providing your OpenAI or whatever LLM you are going to use, keys for those LLM. So those steps are covered. Later in this course, we will dive into hands-on demos where we will run CrewAI examples from within CrewAI Studio, use Jupyter Notebook for AI agent development as well. And lastly, we will work via the SSH terminal for direct access to the virtual machine and see how you can create crews of AI agents from the terminal. Next video, we will start our CrewAI example from the CrewAI Studio. Stay connected. Thanks for watching. For more tutorials and deep dive content, follow techlatest.net on X, LinkedIn, Reddit, Medium. So we will see you in the next video.